Restaurant in Los Angeles. Very buzzy.
Very buzzy.
Lots of hype. A very good burger, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
But kind of like a steakhouse-ish, right? Like elevated.
It's American Bistro kind of vibes.
Yeah. Lots of hype. Very sick website. Husband-wife duo start the restaurant. They throw the husband out because he is kicked out of the business. Comes out, New York Times article. He likes to strangle cats.
They had multiple cats that mysteriously died.
Yes.
And he was accused of killing the cat by the wife.
Yes.
He was like, no. It was her that was killing the cats. But that didn't really add up because they went to like a Halloween party and he's like, she thinks I killed the cat. And one of the employees was like, but you did, right? And he was like, yeah, I killed the cat. It's just
What
like,
the fuck?
it's just, you can't make this shit up.
I thought at first it was like a revenge thing. Like they were fighting and so he killed the cat.
There was, I mean, that was, I remember when it was happening live, you were in LA. I was on a group chat about it. And Twitter there was a lot of
It's
stuff
a big,
coming up
big
on
story.
Twitter.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The restaurant's hard to get a table at, but didn't stop people from going.
If that came out about a restaurant I've been trying to get into, like Bonnie's or Lilia, I'd be right there.
I mean, listen, the guy hasn't been cooking there for a while.
No.
So does that affect the food?
That's well, the whole question is who's the mastermind of the food.
That's right.
Yeah. Because apparently, like, I think the wife is the genius.
So there you go. So the
Yeah.
guy's just a distraction.
He's a distraction.
And he has a bit of an issue.
So it
Yeah.
shouldn't take away from their business.
I hope not.
Yeah.
I will say it kind of made them famous. Not that they weren't famous, but this is national news.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see if the restaurant maintains or not. I mean,
Yeah.
like they've done a lot of restaurants as is.
It's ironic that the restaurant's called Horses
Yeah.
and
I
he
know.
kills cats.
Yeah.
don't know
What's
why.
ironic about that?
It's just animals.
I think it's coincidental.
It's
not so
coincidental.
much ironic. But it's, you know, it's
Yeah.
a
Goddamn
strange
Noah.
distinction. It's not a big deal. It's
Fucking
totally fun. It's totally fun.
But it is it's a big story in the food world.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to get on that. I need to. Sounds juicy.
Yeah, it made me want to go more, I think.
I'd been.
Yeah. What do you think?
I thought it was good. Like, by the way, the other thing was the restaurant they had before in New York was Mimi. And we did my 31st birthday at Mimi, and I think they were cooking there. It was delicious. It was
Okay.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Horses, I was like, this is good, but like, it's like New York City restaurant popped up in LA, so everyone lost their mind.
That's the review that I heard.
Yeah.
It's like a good restaurant in New York, but it's in LA, so therefore it's incredible.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? LA sucks, right? Okay.
Are we recording?
3, 2, 1. Kevin. What's up, dude? Are we rolling?
We've been recording for 5 minutes.
Are we
Oh, great.
videoing?
Then no, I think LA people are great. I really.
Yeah. Alex can be total anti-LA.
Mm.
Yeah.
You, on the other hand, not
Yes.
so much.
Well, I grew up in New York City, so it is part of my genus.
Yeah.
Like, there is a part of me that's like, you have to hate LA, but it's not their fault. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
how I was raised.
Hey, both good.
I'm on this anti-LA thing, mostly because I spent a week there and it was cold.
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will say, LA without the sunshine is a horrible place.
Yeah.
It's like the sunshine is doing so much of the work of why it's great there.
Otherwise, you're just sitting in a car.
Yeah.
And you're aware of the transportation that is happening is just you in a box
Mhm.
for the majority of a day.
Yeah, it's gross. It smells bad. The people are mean. The food is fine.
I'm not going to agree with anything.
Yeah, you
I
know,
see what
again,
you're doing. You're baiting me.
and-
yeah, it's not going to happen.
Kevin, we have a guest in the house. That's why you hear another voice, a deep voice.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah. And a good voice for podcasting.
That's what they tell me.
Yeah, you do have a fantastic voice.
We have the founder, CEO, leader of the Rubyverse. It's Noah Wunsch.
That's me. Yeah. Hi,
Welcome
guys.
to the show. Pump in
Yeah.
the sort of crowd noise that goes wild
Yeah,
right
absolutely.
there.
I'm afraid to hit
yeah.
I'm afraid to hit the soundboard.
Yeah.
I forget what's what.
The
And Noah can't even hear it because he doesn't have the headphones.
yeah,
on.
he's too
All
cool
right,
for
I'm gonna go
headphones.
with the headphones. If you hit the soundboard, I'm going to go for the headphones.
Yeah.
This is a great feeling.
Yeah. That's all for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
You
Yeah.
can take them off now if you want. You
No,
don't have-
now I'm hearing it. It
Yeah.
feels good. No, I'm going to take it off, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
This has been a long time coming. We've been talking to Noah, trying to get him on the pod. He's here in the flesh.
I don't have it fast
Friday.
too. Wow.
And if you don't know about Noah or Ruby, it's a sugar-free hibiscus water alternative. And it's a brand that is killing it. And we're so thankful to be here today to talk about it and to just, we were drinking some before.
Yeah.
Drinking some now.
Yeah.
God bless.
Thanks for bringing the product.
It's my pleasure. I bring it everywhere I go.
It tastes really good.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Which one are you drinking?
I think I'm drinking the Fuji apple.
Yeah, the
with
Fuji
a little bit
apple's
of
the new
tequila.
one. It hits with tequila.
Yeah.
That's what you
Oh,
or
man.
mezcal.
I know.
With any of the rubies, it hits.
Yeah, that's your go-to drink. Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I started Ruby. I was making this pomegranate lime hibiscus margarita,
Oh.
and it was delicious.
Do you have any other recipes you'd like to share? Any like insider recipes?
Again, mix it with anything. Like seriously, there was a person who actually made a whiskey cocktail with it,
Okay.
and I was like, that's not going to mix well, and it was delicious.
Huh.
Yeah.
Why do you take the tequila out when you brought it to the market?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get into the alc market.
Yeah.
Spirits, and my buddy Max Warren was already starting Onda at the time.
Okay.
And I was,
Yeah,
on the
great brand.
agave spirit side. So I
Yeah.
said, nah,
Yeah.
Let 'em have
bring
it.
your own tequila or bring your own alcohol.
that's exactly right. No
Yeah.
judgment.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell the people what Ruby is? Because I did a really shitty job there.
You did. I didn't want to say it, and I'm glad that you
I did a
acknowledged that.
really
That was-
I did a terrible intro again. To be fair, Kevin does all the pre-show notes, and he provided me with two bios. One that just said founder, CEO, of leader of Rubyverse. I think I added that part, Noah, and then it said or this, and it was just a paragraph about Ruby that probably he copied and pasted from your website.
Yeah, I found it somewhere.
yeah. It's not from the website. That's an old one.
Okay, so how about this? Sometimes we do this.
Yeah.
Why don't you do your own intro?
I'd be happy to. I'm so glad you asked. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Do
Wow.
your own.
You got
Tell
you
the
got
people who you are.
Noah Matthew Wunsch,
Oh,
born and raised New
thought I
York
was stealing
City.
you.
My goodness, 1989, like the Taylor Swift album.
Wow.
It's a big deal.
Are you Swifty?
Yeah.
Came up through the ranks of editorial, tech, the art and luxury world to start an intergalactic beverage called Ruby Hibiscus, which is a line of sparkling, organic hibiscus. No added sugar ever. Full flavor, full function. That's the power of hibiscus, folks.
Wow.
Wow. Ever?
Ever.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. I'm ready to make a deal.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's do this.
Yeah. For 20% of the business,
Mhm.
I'm thinking 25 million.
I'll think about it.
Okay.
I need to see
Yeah.
what the other sharks are offering. Kevin?
That's right. Kevin. Yeah.
I'm broke. So
All right, it's a deal, Alex.
Yeah.
All right,
I guess
let's
one
go.
shark is all you get here today.
Okay.
No, thank you. That's super much better than I did. Grew up in New York.
Yeah.
Whereabouts? Where exactly?
Right by Washington Square. Exactly 10th Street and 5th Avenue.
Whoa, man. So I grew up also in New York on Long Island.
God bless.
is Alex
so
a New
you
Yorker?
pretend that you when people are like, where are you from? And you're like, I'm from New York City.
That's not true. My
Okay.
wife does that.
Okay.
Who also grew up.
Oh,
on
you're gonna
Long
out?
Island.
You're out in Jackie
Just
right
threw
now?
your wife under the bus.
Oh,
That's
wow.
100%. Good thing she doesn't listen to the podcast.
I thought she does. What?
She does. but
Damn.
Don't tell her about this episode.
Got you.
I'm now proudly from Long Island.
Where
it
in
took
Long
me
Island?
35 years to get here,
Yeah.
but I'm ready to just own it.
A lot of self-development.
And a lot of self-development, and it's because there's some great people from Long Island. Great rappers, great musicians, great comedians, great people.
Name 5 and Billy Joel can't be one of them.
Okay. Scott Disick, Lindsay Lohan,
Jesus Christ.
Mariah Carey,
All right, you got
Howard
one.
Stern, Rick Rubin, Judd Apatow. That's it. That's my
You're
list.
basically, you were at 4.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
so close. Kevin, who else is on my list of Long Island greats?
I don't know. I'm not from there.
Billy Joel really knocked you down a peg, didn't he?
I know.
He took away
that's
that
my
sweet,
fifth. That's
sweet piano,
That's
man.
my 5th. Busta Rhymes.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, I'll take it. So this is a question I always say: what's it like to be a real New Yorker? Is it as cool as it feels to me?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like I always give the bullshit answer where it's like I grew up there, so I have nothing to compare it to. But it's not true. Like You grow up faster. Like I was going out as a young kid and having fun and all that good stuff. So it was great.
Alex, do you need me to open a window or something?
You want some?
I'm
You want my
literally
sunnies?
fucking sweating and it's so hot. The sun is just pouring down on me. Yeah.
Should I pop a window?
Yeah. No, I always say I'm a real New Yorker, but compared to real New Yorkers,
Yeah.
I'm just a kid from Long Island, and it's a shame that I have to admit that here on my own show. But here it is. You and Madison Utendahl, do you know who she is?
I do know Madison. Yeah.
She also grew up in New York City.
We all do.
Yeah.
We
You
know
guys-
each other.
Yeah, exactly. And you both have card carrying real New Yorker cards.
Yeah.
And I asked her this question: do you think growing up on Long Island and living in Brooklyn for 15 years, do you think I get one?
That you're like a born and raised New York City kid?
No.
Okay.
No.
You can't.
I'm not looking for that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, real New Yorker.
My feeling is this on that question.
Yes, yeah.
If you know how to take the subway anywhere, like if you can take NQR, JMZ, GL 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you know where they're all going, if you know where the 7 is going, if you've taken the PATH train,
Shit, Kevin.
if you know all of that, then in my book you're a New Yorker.
Okay, next question. Moving on.
There we
Alex
go.
Alex Ubers everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, then no, that is it. By the way, so does my wife, and I'm like not a New Yorker.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's a good answer though. I like that answer because again, doesn't mean that you like grew up here or you're from here, or it's more that you know it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I can't pass that test. So moving on. So if New York is the best city in the world, why is LA the worst city in the world?
Kevin, you want to take this one?
I think the people are maybe just a little too nice there, too happy, too much sun.
No.
The brains are fried. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to answer this. I like LA. I don't know. I've been there once, but I had fun. I like some people there.
Really quickly though, we should talk about Ruby for a second. Ruby is a brand that has been in my radar because Noah emailed me I pulled it up. I got the email 9:46 a.m. September 25th, 2019.
I was wondering, did anyone intro us, or I'm trying to remember how I found you.
Your email says, "Hope all is well, brother. A friend referred me to your work."
Who was the friend?
I don't know who the friend is.
Well, I'm wondering if it might have been Ian Wishengrad because I had met Ian around that time.
Maybe. Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Interesting.
Though.
Yeah.
No, I think this was like a Lean Lux person.
Okay. I don't know who or what that is.
Cool.
You're saying I'm working on a startup. I just like this email.
He doesn't know because he's not a New Yorker. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead, Alex.
God damn, I hate this show. I'm working on a startup and I've come to that prescient. Your email uses big words.
This is when I was at Sotheby's. I was using Sotheby's words.
That I've come to that prescient of moments where I need an insanely gifted creative to take the brand to the next level. Wonder if you might be free for a tea or a phone call this week.
Damn.
I offered a tea?
Noah.
That's
Yeah.
classy.
A
as fuck.
tea?
So classy. Tea.
God, I was like in full Sotheby's mode.
Damn.
Yeah. So you were looking for insanely gifted creative.
Wasn't you?
Wasn't me.
It was the people just down the hallway.
Why did you decide to go with someone else?
Spoiler, wasn't Alex.
Yeah.
Wasn't Alex.
So the answer is you went with Talmor and Talmor.
Yes. Yeah.
Who is an agency I don't know if many people will be familiar with, but
Boutique.
maybe they should check them out because they're amazing. I don't think I was familiar with them until we moved onto their hallway.
Yeah.
Here in Greenpoint. They no longer are here, but they were just down the hall. And so typically when someone reaches out to me and then doesn't work out and the brand launches into the world, I'm so like jealous or like competitive or disappointed that like I have a hard time like drinking it or being like a supporter.
Yeah.
When it comes to Ruby, I'm the complete opposite.
Thank you.
And it's because they absolutely killed it. And I'm just so happy for you and I'm happy for all of your success. And the brand is amazing, looks amazing. And if you're not familiar, check out Ruby. And it's delicious. So
Thank you very
congrats.
much. I appreciate it.
Yeah. And that first glass bottle, fucking iconic.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We still use it for salad dressing.
That's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
Like the reusable nature. People
Absolutely.
would like send us pictures of putting like little flowers in it or
Yeah.
candles, and that was always a vibe. That's
I
what
love
we
glass.
wanted. Yeah.
So sliding doors moment, could have been us, but you know what? I think in the end, you have a beautiful brand and I love these kind of sliding doors moments because you never know, like, sort of like in music where a song was written by one person and then becomes a hit for another. Like we almost did Fly By Jing. And like, I always see Fly By Jing. I'm like, I wonder what that would have been like if we had done that. Jones Knowles Ritchie almost did United Sodas of America.
Yeah.
They went to them. And so, again, it's just like, this is how this works, right? People start a brand, you start a company, you reach out to a bunch of different design studios, you find the right fit for you. And, you never know, right?
Yeah.
It could have gone a totally different way, could have been a totally different brand, could have been a whole different story, but it was always meant to be this way.
Yeah.
You mentioned Sotheby's a couple times.
Yeah.
You were working at Sotheby's. What were you doing there?
You got a big title, yeah?
Yeah.
A very, very big title, a global title.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was head of global innovation and global e-commerce.
Damn.
That sounds very important. Yeah. What does that mean?
Shockingly
Yeah.
so.
What does that mean?
So as an example, like my first year, I had them acquire the artificial intelligence firm Thread Genius.
Damn, you're calling shots like that?
Calling shots.
Yeah.
And they were an AI group that actually came from Spotify. They had built the Spotify Discover Weekly algorithm.
Wow.
So when it came to people who understood cultural applications of machine learning, these were the guys.
Yeah.
So I ran that division my second year. In my third year, when I took over global e-com, I built out new categories and verticals for Sotheby's. So like sneakers, I did their first sneaker sale.
Cool.
Or Supreme, or Margiela, or
Cool.
any of the weird new stuff that's now become a very big category in the secondary market.
Have you always been into culture, art, all of it? Is that something that's been inside of like, where did you first become interested in that kind of stuff?
I'm trying to think of like the first time. I mean, my brother made me draw Stussy S's when I was like 4 years old. So like, if I think about like where the first moment was for me, like I always, when people ask me like, what's an all-time favorite brand, like Stussy for me, just because I think they locked on at such an early age for me. And I didn't even wear that much, but like just that Stussy S, being able to write it in a notebook and feel like you're part of something through this weird like emblematic code. That is probably like the first access point for me.
How'd you get into Sotheby's? Like, how did that become a job?
Anyone can. It's a little known fact. You
just walk in.
You just walk in. They hire you as the global head of it.
Wow.
It was weird.
Wow, Kevin.
So
What
you started at global head of innovation.
I didn't start as global head. Now I ended with that. So now that's what I call myself. I think the beginning title was like head of digital marketing and digital strategy, or something nonsensical and nebulous. I got into Sotheby's because I knew the CMO, David Goodman. I'd consulted for him when he was at CBS.
Okay.
And I'd become more interested in art and luxury as a vertical. And he was like, I think you'd do some weird stuff here. And I was like, I think I can do that.
Wow. Amazing. And one of my favorite parts about Ruby is the dispatches from the Rubyverse. I actually saw that today was number 100.
No. You've missed 2. Something happened with Klaviyo for us, man, where they're going to people's spam. So don't feel bad about that.
All right.
If you check your spam, you're going to see 101 and 102.
Okay, let's do this again. I saw today that Ruby dispatches from the Rubyverse, you guys are up to 102. Wow,
true.
Amazing.
Yeah. Oh my God, I can't believe you saw that.
Yeah.
I'm not cutting.
If you don't know what this is, it's a newsletter that Ruby sends out, and it gives you updates in culture, movies, news, what you're reading, like what food.
Yeah, it's three categories really. It's like 5 recommendations of reads, 5 recommendations of culture, 5 recommendations of listens.
And that makes a lot of sense now, thinking about the Sotheby's sort of place in which you came from, of like having your finger on the pulse of culture, and sort of how important is that for the Ruby brand to sort of be a part of culture and to sort of be helping other people be up on cool shit?
Yeah, there are 2 answers to the question. Like the first one is it's very important to the Ruby brand because one of the core ethoses, let's say, we had when we started, it was like, how would we want to be talked to as a consumer? We get all these different newsletters, and most of the time they're just selling something to you. Or if they're trying to make recommendations, they're pulling it from every other newsletter you've seen. So there's nothing unique there. So how could we have something that's value add for our customers? But the bigger thing for me is like, how important is it for me? Like, it keeps me hip on a weekly basis. Like, I feel a pressure to stay in tune with what's going on in culture because I've set this as a habit for myself on a weekly basis.
It feels like it takes a lot of time, I would imagine.
At this point, it's pretty simple. Like you create a template on your email and you know that it's just plug and play at that point. And throughout the week, you're listening to music. So if something new comes on, you're like, I'm going to tag that because that's dope for the newsletter. Friends are sending you links all the time. You save those in Pocket, and then by the end of the week, you have your coffee, and it takes 30 minutes.
So is Alex Delaney sending you links?
Alex Delaney sends me music, man.
Oh, I bet he does. Yeah, he's got good taste.
He's got some good music, man.
Yeah, he really does.
The Alex Delaney Spotify playlists are the best playlists on Spotify.
Well, Sound Radio, man.
Yeah. It's the absolute best thing. If you're not up on that to me is like the best. I give that rec out all the time.
Yeah.
I'm just like, if you want to follow one person on Spotify and like the playlists are perfect and the Sunday morning one is like religiously played in my house on Sunday mornings.
Yeah.
It's
always
it's
hits.
the best.
Have you listened to his podcast?
I haven't.
Okay,
I should.
So Sound Radio.
Yeah.
The best podcast I've ever been
What?
on. Hands down.
That's okay.
Hands down. Not even close second.
I was gonna
Sound
say
Radio. Best podcast I've
That's
ever
fair.
been on.
Wow.
If we're even in the top 5 with Alex Delaney, I think we've done something good.
Hey,
Done
here.
great.
We're gonna need a timeout here. Fuck this. We don't give out free ads for other fucking people's podcasts.
No, yeah, we do.
I'm not here for this slander, but no, Alex Delaney, shout him out because amazing music taste, and then
Yeah.
also great food taste.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
another thing that again he was famously from Bon Appetit, but I love the sort of like newsletter stuff that he does, or like all the good things, or I'm probably
No,
sort of
that's
remembering
it.
what it's called.
Yeah.
And he just kind of goes through all the good things.
Yeah.
It fucking rules. And I guess for me, it's like I'm impressed by your ability to both run a beverage company that requires a ton of shit, and then also obviously care deeply about your brand. And then on top of that, have time to just be sort of making newsletters. Also, I think I read somewhere that like you're stocking the shelves at Whole Foods yourself. Is that true?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Why are you doing
it's not just me. I mean, like we have a team, we have merchandisers too, but like my main thing for my team is like I'll never ask anyone on my team to do something I wouldn't do myself. So
Whole Foods is like, hey, can you come stock these shelves?
some of the managers, yeah.
Huh.
Man, it's not like CEO of Whole Foods has rung me up. Noah, it's that time again.
It's just like there's a work shortage and they can't get people to do
No,
it.
I mean,
or
like,
what's
look
the deal?
again, like it's the part of the beverage hustle and CPG in general is like, you trade in favors. If I go help merchandise a Whole Foods, maybe I get a little better shelf space.
Okay.
Like that's again, like this is not an industry for the faint of heart. It's a street war, and if you're not out on the street, like you're most likely missing some low hanging fruit.
How often do you do it?
On a weekly basis.
On a weekly basis.
As needed.
Which one?
All of them. I mean,
What? 7 days a week? Are you at
yeah.
Whole Foods?
No, like, yeah.
Whoa.
We go to Whole Foods
Getting your
every
hands
day.
dirty.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah, and we're up and down the East Coast, so we have merchandisers now for the other territories, of course, and we have merchandisers in the Northeast. But like, the managers know us.
Yeah. All right.
And if we do a demo in store, they're like, "Hey, we got a U-boat full of product. You wanna help us out?" And you don't say no.
All right.
Did you see Mr. Beast was asking his fans to merchandise for him? What do you think about that?
I think it's really smart.
Yeah.
I think it's look again like. I imagine how he's coming at everything is the ROI compared to the give out. Like, I think he's doing something with Lamborghini. He's telling everyone if you sell probably 1 million Mr. Beast bars, he'll give someone a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
And if a Mr. Beast bar is $4 each, let's say, and that's 1 million bars, you're doing $4 million in revenue for a Lambo that might be $250,000.
Yeah, that's
Like,
good. That's good
Marketing spend.
math. Yeah,
What a beast.
yeah, he is a beast. And Mr. Beast, if you're listening, write us back to that email.
We love what you're doing.
Can we say this?
Nah, probably not. Okay, moving on. So
They hate what you're doing.
yeah. So the Rubyverse.
Yeah.
What is that?
So it's a sci-fi universe that we've created, obviously, where
Yeah.
Ruby is created. And Ruby is the power that fights the great vanquisher of planets known as sugar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, that makes a lot of sense. Of
Yeah, yeah.
course,
It's kind of intuitive.
What a dumb question.
yeah,
of
honestly,
me.
it's on the can.
Okay.
Yeah, Alex, you read the fucking can, dude? Jeez.
Hold on a second. Okay,
If I
makes
do.
sense. Question for you there. Yeah, Metaverse, Rubyverse. I thought the metaverse, we still believing in that shit? Or is
I
that-
never believed in the
okay,
metaverse. Just to be
okay.
clear, just because I created a science fiction universe does not mean I believe in the metaverse.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was dead at least 3 or 4 days ago. Yeah.
As soon as Facebook said meta,
Yeah.
it was like, well,
We're done.
Killed that one quick.
Can you drink?
Killed that
Can you
cat.
drink Ruby in the metaverse?
No, I hope not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah,
Mhm.
look, until I find real consumer demand for it, I hope not.
Yeah. Ruby famously has 1,000 plus benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you list them all for us right now?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. Let's go.
First one, we have 1,000 plus antioxidants in every can.
Hmm.
We have electrolytes, potassium and magnesium. Hibiscus has been known to lower blood pressure. There have been a reverse double study about that from Tufts. Hibiscus is full of those antioxidants we talked about, which means they fight free radicals, which is good for skin damage. It also increases collagen production, so it helps with those anti-aging benefits. Ruby also has really good taste in music. Ruby also did a really cool collaboration with Public Records.
That's sick.
That was
Yeah,
great.
Yeah, very sick.
I can keep going.
Yeah, no, that's a good one to end on. Public Records today, yesterday, this week?
2 days ago. Yeah.
Yeah. This is probably going to come out next week. So last week, you
Yes,
launched with
that's what I
Public
said.
Records.
Yeah.
The spot that the entire team at Center seems to spend a lot of their time at.
One of the
Yeah.
most lit spots.
One of the
It's
most
great in New
lit
York.
spots in New York. Tell us about it.
It's an amazing collaboration we did with Public Records. They were already stocking Ruby. So they've been stocking Ruby forever, and we really love them. Like they are just an amazing venue. Really good music, great DJs. So it was always cool that we were there. And then the conversation started pretty organically of like, is there something more we can do together? And in the back of my head, I was like, I want to do a can with these guys. Like, I want to. Their branding and design is sick.
Yeah, incredible.
And a lot of people had been saying that our Concord grape tastes like sparkling non-alcoholic Lambrusco. And I wanted to see if there was an NA play that we could try that literally leans into that and reformulate it a little bit to taste more like that. So
Makes a lot of sense. Non-alcoholic beverages at restaurants have, I think, at this point have taken over.
Yeah.
Right? Like I think, yes, this is a personal story. Last night I was at dinner. I was just trying to order a soda, just a regular non-alcoholic, just a drink.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Do you want a phony spritz?" And we're like, "No."
How about a sprig of rosemary?
Yeah, and we're just like, no. Like, how about a Diet Coke? Like, how about a ginger ale? How about a ginger beer? They're like, nah, we don't have any of that. And they're like, we have this orange sparkling, da 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 da. We're like, okay, fine, we'll take those. And they're like, so get the bill at the end of the night, $12 each.
Of course.
They're fucking
Of course.
like fake
Of course.
spritzes. It's like you can't get a regular drink here anymore.
Just drink water, man.
Yeah, I guess that's the answer. Just drink water.
Yeah,
I say
yeah.
that all
Or
the time.
Ruby.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
I think about that a lot. I'm like, what if everyone just wakes up tomorrow and they're like, water's good enough?
Yeah. Honestly, water is good enough and
Yeah.
it's always been good enough. But I think, again, the millions of brands that are selling delicious drinks and that people love, I think people get tired of water. I think that's really the answer there. But I think the non-alcoholic beverage thing has hit a bit of a tipping point, at least for me in Brooklyn. I know I'm in a very small bubble, but like the fact that I can't get a regular drink at a restaurant that's not water and it's not a fake Negroni is like, there's gotta be.
I think you mean a faux grony.
Yeah, a phony Negroni.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phony
Or
Negroni.
a fake spritz, a faux spritz.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want rosemary in my drink. I just want ginger beer. Is that possible? Can I get that in a can? Okay, moving on. Any other brands or establishments that you want to do collabs with or anything?
I mean, the one that like I'm really psyched that we're in is Nighthawk.
Okay.
Like I love Nighthawk.
Movie theater.
I love movies.
Mhm.
I've loved Nighthawk since they opened. I love their food program. I love their curation of film. So like I sent them a very personal email, which was very genuine, being like, I freaking love you guys. Like,
wow.
I'm a local brand. Like, I think you're going to find that our branding is dope and like makes sense with your branding. Yeah. We would love to be in your spot. And they were open to it. And that's one that's just really special for me.
I think that's the power of branding. I think when people ask me, and maybe they don't fully understand, I mean, our listeners do, but like business owners, I think they think branding is only to sort of get people to buy products.
Yeah.
And I think one of the big things that people don't understand is that exactly that. You send that email to Nighthawk, and it's not just the fact that the brand looks cool. It's that you want us to be in your establishment.
Yeah.
And it makes you look good. And it will like our brands make sense together, and it
Yeah.
opens doors like that. And I think that's so much of what a beverage brand specifically, it needs to go to so many different places. So to be able to get to those places and doors open when you have great branding.
100%. Yeah.
And yeah, it's interesting when Nighthawk. I haven't been there in a while. I once saw Spring Breakers there. It was one of the
Damn, that's been a while.
It's a long time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I've never seen Spring Breakers.
No way.
I've started it like probably 5 times, like first 30, 45 minutes. And I've been like, nah.
5
I think
times?
Wow,
if it,
5 times. I think
Yeah.
at this point you just give up.
I think I will, but like
Yeah.
it was such a movie of the moment that
Yeah.
like you can't watch it aside from when was it? Like 2013, 2014?
I think that's when I lived in Williamsburg. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And that's up.
yeah, no, but there was a good place for that movie because it's
Yeah.
a fun movie. People are
Oh, totally.
drinking and
It was
like,
Vice.
screaming. Yeah,
I mean,
it's like
Vice owned Williamsburg
Yeah,
at that
yeah,
moment,
yeah.
and it was Vice Films.
R.I.P.
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 Dead.
Gone.
Yeah, that whole block. You know what's funny? I saw an article that was about all the music venues that
Yeah.
used to be there before Vice came. Because I lived on Kent right
Glasslands, man.
there.
Yeah.
Glasslands.
Yeah.
I used to go there all the time.
Yeah.
And I forgot about it. I just forgot about the pre-Vice Williamsburg world that
Yeah.
I lived right there.
But those
R.I.P.
guys have elsewhere now, I think.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot
Okay.
of sense.
Yeah.
Okay. See, you know so much shit about New York culture. I just watched.
It's because you're not a New Yorker, Alex. I don't know how many. It's
All right. End the podcast. This isn't working. Cut all this.
That's a
right.
wrap.
3, 2, 1.
best concert you went to at Glasslands.
Oh God, I have no clue.
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Did you ever go to Glasslands? You too young.
No, I moved here
Too
like
young.
Yeah,
I'm about like 4.5 years here.
Got it.
So
All right.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
You'll find out. You'll
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I would never go there purposefully.
yeah.
Like I would always just go there because it was so close to my house, and I would just kind of walk in there and,
Got it.
and listen to music. I didn't go there to like see acts, at least in my mind.
Yeah.
Or in my memory.
Yeah.
My wife met you at a Ruby event at
Yeah.
a Halloween store. Is
Yeah.
that correct?
Abracadabra.
Yeah. Talk to me about some of the events that you guys do, Ruby, because I think
Yeah.
you guys are getting a reputation or have a reputation for throwing some pretty good parties.
I hope so. Yeah. We've been throwing parties since we started. So we do a lot of film series. Like this summer, we're going to do an outdoor film fest in Williamsburg at Pollen, which
Great,
is this
we'll be there.
amazing.
Yeah, well, Kevin and I will be there.
Please. I mean, we're going to launch it out in, I think, 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a month. You guys are getting the exclusive. It's no big
hell
deal.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
VIP.
Breaking news.
So we'll probably do like Little Shop of Horrors and like Labyrinth and just like some great cult classics. But yeah, like for our launch of Sparkling, we took over the magic shop Abracadabra, which is on 21st Street, Flatiron, just super random weird place. We did a magic show with these amazing magicians. And we did this pop-up shop because on our website, we have this thing called the Intergalactic Rubyverse Library, aka IRL.
Mhm.
Alex, if you couldn't tell already, I like acronyms.
I was gonna say this is the third thing that
Yeah.
you've mentioned today that has, a return on investment.
Yeah. Well, read
our
our
ingredients.
ingredients, ROI, baby.
Oh man, wow.
You love
Wow.
a flipped one
I
too.
love I love words. Like I seriously,
Yeah.
I freaking
Prescient.
love words.
Oh, you love words?
Prescient,
Name every
man.
one.
Let's get some tea, guys. Let's get some tea. It's not a big deal.
I'm at a prescient moment.
Yeah. So we did a pop up for the IRL though, which was amazing. Like just great vintage and weird art and
Yeah.
yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
And you're just having fun.
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of you know this very well, Alex. Like, beverage is hell. Like, it's really, really hard.
Facts. Put it
It's-
on a shirt.
Yeah, it's like it's literally just the hardest thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
And I was talking to honestly, like we work with this amazing PR team today, Iseta, and we're pretty new with them. And I was like, I know it seems like we're insane because we're just doing all this shit. And like, if you look at it in a vacuum, it's like, this doesn't make any sense. But if you can see all of the things we've done together, there's cohesion in the randomness of it, but it's also like I just want to have some fun because so much of it is not fun.
Mhm.
So yeah,
No, that makes a lot of sense. And like people remember that stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
I think so many people have influencer events or parties or things in the city for a million fucking brands.
Mhm.
But like if you do it at a magic shop
yeah,
and
it was
an
open to
unexpected place
Yeah.
and it's open to everyone and it's different.
And
it
you said there was
stands out.
magicians there?
yeah. Of course there were, man.
Oh,
There was
yeah.
also a fortune teller who was like going deep. She was like,
Really?
she did like an hour. Say, I think your wife did take one.
Wow, that
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
like her.
Yeah, she said he was gonna marry a New Yorker though.
Yeah.
which was
Oh, that's his wife, man.
Oh God damn it! Cut all the things about my wife. So that's the Ruby section here, Noah. Moving on. Outside of
And
hibiscus,
the hibiscus
water,
flower has wilted.
Yeah. What do you do for fun?
For
Outside of
fun,
work.
I read a lot of books. I hang out with my wife.
Mm-hmm.
I hang out with a lot of friends. Like I'm an extrovert in the sense that it gives me energy being with other people. I'm an introvert in the sense that like I have to recharge very intensely after my binge of extroversion. But yeah, seeing people playing backgammon, shooting pool, like those are the things that mellow me out.
Where do you shoot pool at?
Anywhere there's a pool table.
Yeah. Do you have a go-to spot?
I mean, like the go-to spot is gone now. There were two
Okay,
of them.
yeah.
One of them was Rose Bar, Gramercy Park Hotel, and the other one was Soho Billiards, which is now a CVS,
Damn.
which is a bummer.
That's a real bummer.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Where are we moving to after when we get out of the city? Are you thinking upstate?
That's
or
never
like,
gonna happen.
No.
Now the whole family's here, man.
Oh, the whole family.
Yeah. Brothers
So-
in Brooklyn Heights. My
Yeah.
mom and dad are still right off Washington Square now on 9th and University.
Yeah.
There's like,
Yeah.
every time I try to get out, they just drag me back in.
Well, what about? Did you hear that New York is sinking?
Mm.
Are you worried about
so
that?
So is Venice, man. If Venice isn't in the water yet, I'm not worried about New York.
Yeah, New York is sinking, and it's because of all the empty skyscrapers from work from home.
Jesus.
That's the headline I read.
Hopefully they'll turn to parks, man. If we can get
Tear
some
'em down.
parks, I'm down.
Tear those motherfuckers down.
Favorite restaurants? List them.
My favorite restaurant right now is Raff's, which just opened a couple weeks ago. Same people that run Musket Room, and it's a great room. Like good volume, good folks, like good people. Not too big, but the food is crazy.
Okay.
Volume is an underrated part of restaurants.
110%.
The restaurant I went to last night that will not be named
Yeah.
because of their $12 fake Negroni drink that they sold me on. I couldn't eat inside. It was too loud.
Yeah.
Does that make me 100 years old? I think it does. But
No.
I genuinely was like, the music is just too loud in here.
Yeah.
And we sat outside.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful night. So not a bad thing.
Reality is not tight when the music's not right.
No,
Like,
the music.
I was at a chicken restaurant a year ago, and they were playing fucking Sandstorm on 11,
That's not
and
right.
we were just like, it was like forcing us to eat fast, and it was just frantic and
What kind of
it was
special
sweaty.
chicken joint was this?
Yeah, what kind of
I will
chicken?
not. People love it. It's called The Fly.
Yeah.
Oh, the fly is good.
Yeah.
I've never heard them play Sandstorm though.
I think it's overrated. If you want good chicken, go to Lula Bird in Crown Heights.
All right, I haven't hit
Yeah.
Lulu Bird. All right, that's
It's
on the list.
Best chicken of all time.
I like the fly.
Yeah.
No shade, but the best chicken for me is Don Ceviche,
Okay.
which is Peruvian chicken in
Ooh.
the Essex Street Market.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit that.
Yeah. Some of that Pio Pio sauce.
Oh, yeah.
My God, man.
Peruvian green sauce.
It's so good.
Can I tell you off mic?
Is this off mic?
This is off
This
mic.
is on mic.
This feels very much on mic. One of my brands I want to launch is a Peruvian green sauce.
You should.
Yeah.
I
feels
don't
like
know
it-
why it's not bottled and something I can get at the store.
It's literally Center Design Studio
Yeah.
and a Peruvian green sauce. I decided to go with Center, but I'm rethinking that decision.
is the issue though? Is the issue
Shelf
shelf stability?
stability,
Yeah.
It
it's like-
probably
it
is.
It is.
Yeah.
Because it's mostly mayo, but like there's shelf stable mayo.
Don't tell me it's mayo. In my mind, it's like very fresh ingredients.
No, it's
and
like-
it's like chopped
listen,
jalapeno
I,
and cilantro.
I
It's-
cracked the code
It's
last summer.
pure
I made
mayo.
it, and I
It's
made it.
pure mayo.
Alex tasted. I made it like I got pretty damn close.
Pretty
to-
close.
is
Pretty
it
close.
just is it mayo with like green dye?
No,
Okay.
no. It's like
It's.
I use like a majority yogurt
Yeah.
with some mayo, and then it's like cilantro, jalapeno, like lime juice, some other seasonings, like maybe some salt, pepper, and then if you want it to be really good, you throw some MSG in there.
Yeah,
Or,
obviously.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been to the Fly, but I have been to Hearts, and I really like.
Oh, hearts rules.
I haven't been to Hearts either.
Yeah, you gotta
Learning all the spots.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to Brooklyn.
Yeah, all the Brooklyn
Sick.
spots.
I've heard about it.
You're a sweet tooth guy. Is that true? Or is that
Yeah,
So
yeah.
where do you go to get desserts around here?
I mean, the main one is Cafe Pana,
Okay.
and I had like a real problem and addiction with Cafe Pana. We
Okay.
did a collaboration with them last summer, and the woman who runs it, Hallie, is like a G. She's just so rad.
What's your go-to?
Yeah. what do they got?
This is why they're genius. They change flavors every single day, every day. So when I was addicted, I was getting 3 pints a day, man. And I'm serious. I was like,
Whoa.
I gotta know what the flavor is today, man.
Whoa.
And what happened was my
Whoa.
wife went out of town, And I woke up one morning and I was like, I'm going to have some Cafe Pana for breakfast. And then
no.
after lunch, I was like, I think it's time for a little Tum Tum Cafe Pana action. And then I was like, I'm not eating for the rest of the day.
Oh,
and then I had dinner and I was like, well, I've already done it. I think I'm going to have a little more Pana. And I woke up in the middle of the night with lactose, just like I've never been in so much pain. And it's not your fault, Cafe Pana. It's my fault. But I was sick for about 72 hours because of my addiction.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, you wake up and you're like, I need Pana. It's
No,
like, oh my God, it's not even open yet.
I almost am like, I almost don't recommend it because it becomes a problem.
This podcast is great because now I'm taking notes and I'm learning things and I'm
going to be starring some stuff when I'm editing this podcast.
Yeah,
I love
it. Cafe Pana.
Putting it in my Google Maps. I bet you got a pretty poppin' maps, right?
I got a good maps.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Yeah.
Do you collect any of the stuff like in one place, obviously with the Ruby dispatches, or is there like a sort of library or archive of that kind of stuff?
I mean, so what I use is the application Pocket.
Wow.
And I save things to my Pocket,
Mm-hmm.
but I delete them as soon as I put them in the dispatch. So I guess, the dispatch might just be the library. Like you have to go through all 100 plus to see all this stuff.
Yeah.
That's good. You got to pay extra for the, direct to face recommendations.
Yeah. I mean,
or just listen to our podcast. Right?
I think it's very bold of you to have an email, an email newsletter that actually gives people shit that they want. It's brave.
Glad to say it.
Yeah. No.
The first person to ever write an interesting email.
First brand to send an email that I actually read.
Do you think you might be one of the
that.
best emailers of all time?
Thank you.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
From
My
the things
name's
I've
up there,
read,
man.
yeah.
It's me and Chappie Johnson.
Chappie
And
Johnson.
Chappie Johnson. That's a Curb Your Enthusiasm reference.
Fuck, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Sorry.
We love Curb.
Oh,
We don't-
God.
Chappie Johnson.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I get your emails and I read them.
I'm
and
glad.
Like, oh shit, I'm going to learn something.
That's
And-
what they're
or
there
I
for.
want to get up on something.
Yeah.
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 What
Fucking
are you
rules.
listening to? What's the last track that turned you on?
Oh God, what is the last track? I
Sandstorm?
I
It was
like-
Sandstorm.
I like the Dare.
Dare's great,
I'm
man.
into the Dare.
Yeah.
I'm a really cool dime square kid. You know,
Cool.
that's me. I'm
love
just
that
a
for
hip,
you.
young 22-year-old
Good.
listening to the Dare.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love it.
I will say I probably am the last person, the latest person to the Dare.
Yeah.
But there was a New York Times thing, and I was
GQ.
like, it was a GQ.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I've heard this name like 4 times. Pretty cool.
You're hooked?
Yeah. I mean, I liked it. That was
All
the
right.
last track I heard, and I was like, okay, I get what the hype is about.
Yeah. What about you, Kevin?
New album. I'm listening to Danny Brown, JPEG Mafia, Scaring the Hose. But this season is, Sun started to come out. I'm in a Roy Ayers mood.
Okay.
Yeah,
I dig it.
Everyone loves the sunshine.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
one of my favorite songs of all time.
Right on. JPEG Mafia has some of the best swag.
Oh,
some
yeah.
great concert swag.
Oh yeah.
That was a rip on PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
Yeah, he rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, another great tag is the PlayStation one, the opening where
PlayStation.
All of
PlayStation.
PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just sit there and watch like an old PlayStation 2 intro.
strong.
Brings me back. Yeah.
I can't get on your level, guys.
Really?
You
Were
just
you
watch replays.
Xbox guy?
Yeah, no, I was more of a Sega guy. You know.
Oh no.
Just kidding. I don't know.
I was really hoping you'd be like, no, I was more of a getting laid guy. Guys,
yeah, dude.
bros.
Oh, sorry. I had PlayStation 2 when I was in 2nd grade. I wasn't getting laid then.
Sega was great too.
Sorry,
man.
I was playing lacrosse and
Sega.
fucking getting chicks, man. I was.
This podcast is taking an interesting turn.
This is how people get canceled.
This
Anyway,
is exactly how it is.
This
Cut that
is-
part from the record.
I'll put some beeps over there.
Let's bring it back to some highbrow shit. You still collect art, Noah?
yeah, my belief in collecting is different from most. I believe if you just buy things, you're a collector. If you take seriously what you're buying, like I think a lot of people get it muddled up that like art collector means that like you got an Andy Warhol on your wall, and I certainly do not have an Andy Warhol on my wall. But I like things that I like, and I like learning about things that I don't know about that I end up liking, and that makes me a collector in my mind.
Damn, that's
Yeah,
like the most art guy
some-
thing to say ever. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
that is
bro.
some real
Yeah,
art guy
that-
shit.
that's
to say.
inspiring.
I don't like things to like things. I like things because I like things.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Do you collect anything else?
I mean, furniture is like my
Yeah.
main, and books.
Yeah.
Like, books and furniture are like my main extravagance in life.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
a collector. I think it's a good trope to be.
100%,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Means you're passionate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm somewhat of a collector myself.
What do you collect?
Hats.
Hats?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the
Big
Gravedigger
big
hat, man.
vintage hat guy.
Strong.
And vintage Johns.
Vintage
T-shirts.
Johns? Okay.
T-shirts.
Jawns.
Yeah,
I got
other
you.
stuff.
The kids these days,
Yeah.
Alex.
I know.
With Johns.
I know.
Oh, come on. You know what a John is.
No.
Doesn't Johns come from
it's
Canada?
Philly. It's a
I think
Philly
it's
thing.
Philly?
Mhm.
That's what it is. It was either Philly or Canada. They're both in the same place in my mind.
Yeah. Outside of New York.
Yeah.
North.
Yeah. Shout out to Alex Delaney,
Yeah,
known
yeah.
Philadelphian.
Yeah.
He's going to listen to this. I'm going to send this to him. He's going to listen.
Honestly, I'm a fan. So
I'm a big fan.
no, he is actually he has put me onto more things in the last like 3 years than almost anyone else. I
He's
would
a sweet
say.
guy.
Yeah, no.
Swags 100.
Yeah, yeah.
Great taste and
Great
everything.
taste, good shit, and really, really helpful with the information.
Yeah.
I think that's
Who's the most
part.
famous person on your phone?
I'm not playing that game.
No.
I'm not playing. My wife, again, she works at a fashion company called Tom Brown, and she runs VIP for
Yeah.
them.
Flexible.
So like mine doesn't even come close. But you know what? Off record, I'll tell you guys a story about something that happened recently.
Great.
It's going to be off record though.
What about on record?
On record, I'm trying to Alex Delaney. 100% it's Alex Delaney.
Who's the most famous person to drink Ruby? Alex Delaney.
Alex AD, man.
Yeah.
Sound Radio,
Man,
great
yeah.
podcast.
He's racking it up right
Yeah. He's having a great
Free
podcast.
promo.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where like you find out in the back end, like you're looking in direct to consumer who's ordering it, and like a name pops up, and you're like, oh shit, like is that who I think it is? And it is.
Call him out.
No, because
That's okay.
again, it's a private thing. You know, that's like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not like they didn't post it up.
Yeah, you don't want to break that
Yeah,
trust. It must feel pretty good to have like a low calorie drink on the market right now that actually fucking tastes good.
yeah.
Because a lot of, this is Kevin speaking right now.
Mhm.
A lot of the stuff I'm drinking that's new doesn't necessarily taste good.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate
This
it.
is this is like Ruby is the top beverage in my mind.
Tell everybody.
Taste wise, calorie wise,
Yeah,
function wise.
so much better
Yeah.
than any of the beverages out there.
A lot of this, so much better than
You
I don't know,
know,
there's
it's
some-
pretty good.
It's the best.
Pretty good.
There's a
pretty
couple
much the
beverages
best.
that we've worked on that I particularly like, but
Mhm.
Yeah.
yours tastes very good.
Listen.
I was shook.
We'll be
I
biased.
appreciate you.
But the truth is, Kevin is right. There are a lot of new, trendy, functional, hip beverages, and you try them once and you will not try them again.
Yes,
And I think that is because most people are not prioritizing the product.
but I had a grocery buyer say that to my face though about Ruby.
Really?
Yeah. I got ripped.
Yeah.
It was painful.
What do you say?
But I'm not going to go
You
into
said it
all
tasted
of it.
too
but
good?
Like, no. He
The
tried.
opposite.
He literally like it was a Zoom and we were on camera, and he takes a sip of each of them. And there's a whole backstory, and there's a reason that this person ripped me, understandably so. Having known the pre-checks, but he was like, having tried these, I would never drink these again. Ever.
Ooh.
Maybe our consumers would, but I don't see the value.
Sounds like a man without taste.
And that was one where I had to like go into the park and kind of like sad Keanu it for a bit, and just
yeah.
like eat a sandwich and be like, what am I doing with my life?
And then what happened there? Did you make any adjustments, or do you?
I made some adjustments based on his recommendations. It was actually some can design stuff that he recommended, and we updated it based on that. But we're still not in that store. And I don't know that we ever will be, which is a bummer. But those are the punches, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's great, and I told you this, the first time I tried it was the original product, and that to me was a bit too tart for me as someone who likes a sweet beverage.
Yeah.
But the sparkling can, the berry cherry is the one I'm drinking right now, and this one is delicious.
Thank
It
you,
really
man.
hits.
I'm excited for you to try the Fuji apple.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there next. I think it's getting cool. Before we get out of here, we're gonna talk about some of the things that are going on in the world of design and branding, some of the fun stuff that we like to cover on the show. Obviously, you are a man of the people and the culture, so we just want to get your hot takes on these hot issues. There's a coffee bar that opened up in Greenpoint where it has robots serving coffee. Just want to give the people an update. We've been talking about it for a couple of weeks. they're no longer in open.
Oh,
they had
shocked.
They had a tough first day.
They opened last weekend.
Week. The robots, both named Adam. There's two of them.
I think I only saw one.
There's one robot named Adam. And it had a tough first day. It kind of fritzed out and kept saying just like,
Why would you name it Adam? I mean, like, it's a little on the nose for me. And it's also a little too dystopian for me that, like...
Yeah. Bot bar.
666 Manhattan Avenue.
Yep. It's a robot
That's not
barista.
real.
It's real.
It's seriously 666 Manhattan Avenue?
That's true.
I was there this morning.
Was this like someone punking us, though? Was this like an art stunt or something? Like,
Nope. They raised $8.3 million to open a line of automated cafes.
I want you to call out
Fintech
every
robotics.
investor right now.
Yeah.
I want you to be like,
Hold on.
XYZ
Click
Ventures.
here.
And I don't mean AB InBev on that one. You can't say anything ventures without it actually being a venture now, can you?
A lot of ventures out there.
Yeah, man.
Artly, a 2-year-old startup to just raise. Okay, so it's dead. What do you think about automation? Are we gonna start, getting rid of these people and start replacing them with robots?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm not for it. I'm pro-human for the most part.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, what
a
man.
controversial take to
Wow.
have.
Every
in
now and then,
2023.
guys.
So
Yeah.
bold, so bold.
You said it perfectly. I'm a man of the people.
So brave of you.
This guy.
What if that robot could do some shelving at Whole Foods? Are you open to that?
I would love that. Absolutely. You know what? Screw those people. What was I talking about?
Yeah.
They will. They will do the merchandising soon.
All right. They will do. And to be honest, they could take that job. Yeah.
Maybe. This is the... You remember when CVS had the first self-checkout?
Yes.
And you remember, like,
Yeah.
you'd walk in and there would be a person who was supposed to help you and they wouldn't. And you'd kind of be like, you guys understand what's happening here, right? Like, this is here to replace you.
Yeah.
And that's a very scary realization when you see the actuality of it.
Yeah.
Like that was one of those moments where I was like, this is getting dark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting dark out there.
Yeah. I agree. The robots could do, they will do everything better than us, period. 100%.
Right now, they just want to be like copywriters and like photographers.
Yeah.
Stop coming for my jobs.
Stop coming for the creative fucking jobs.
When they get out of their lane, though, when they make a Drake song and a Weekend song.
Music,
Things get
arts,
uncomfortable.
creativity.
Yeah.
Why can't they fucking do some productive stuff
Let's
that
just
we
be
don't
clear,
want to do?
They've been doing that for years,
Yeah,
Alex.
you're right.
It's just, you're only personalizing it now because they're coming after you.
You bring up a good point. I may be now noticing this only because it's entered my sphere of territory.
a great
business.
documentary on Netflix. I think it's called The Factory.
Mm.
And it's about automation in mainland China and the U.S. And it's about mainland China corporation buying a plant in Detroit and the two cultures and the friction. And like, spoiler alert, if you are going to watch it, like, don't listen for the next 10 seconds. The end is that they're just like, screw the fact that we can't get these cultures together. Let's just bring in robots. And that's the end. It's so dark.
That is really dark.
Anyway, spoiler over.
Yeah.
On.
I'll have to see it once I'm done with this Hillsong documentary I'm watching.
Oh man, how is it?
Really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll put it on the list.
Hulu. Definitely worth a watch. They got Carl Lentz to be on it.
Wow.
A disheveled sort of a shell of his former self.
He's one of those people who has to be in the spotlight, though.
Yeah. I mean, I give him some credit because he took part in the documentary, even though he couldn't control his narrative.
Yeah.
And they are pretty, hard on him.
Yeah.
And yet he is in the doc in an effort to like tell his side of the story. And I do think it actually works out favorable for him. He obviously was a part of something that he helped build that was problematic and doing a lot of bad things.
Yeah.
But it wasn't all his fault.
Yeah.
He was a part of a machine that was
Religion.
Got it.
Understood. Understood.
You saw my pause
Yes,
there. I was like, how hard do I want to go after religion? But good documentary. Definitely something I'm watching. Question for you. Real New Yorker.
Yeah.
Spending a lot of time in New York. Going around, hitting all the streets, all the subways,
All
all the
of them.
Whole Foods.
All of them.
How are we feeling about the Zaza-fication of New York? And by that I mean,
I know exactly what you mean.
everywhere.
Weed.
What is your take on this movement?
I want to know what the mafia is. I want to know what the front is, because like there are too many of them.
There are a lot of them.
There are a lot of them. So I want to know what like the organized infrastructure behind all of them are. That's my interest. Yeah, very, very interested to know. Like, I'm excited for that Hulu documentary.
It's interesting because you're right. There are just so many of them.
Yeah.
so quickly.
Yeah.
And they all have a very similar feel, sort of like bodegas,
Yep.
right? Where bodegas are on every corner, but they have a very similar brand.
Yeah.
And I don't know a lot about bodegas, but I assume you do.
A good amount at this point.
There's Big Bodega,
Oh, yeah.
right? That
Yeah,
is
yeah.
controlling all of them.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Just like, look, like any industry,
Like
they're the people who
McDonald's.
run the stuff behind the scenes and pull the strings. I have to think of the Zaza-ification
Yeah.
of New York City. There are some strings.
Big
Yeah.
Zaza.
Yeah.
Big Zaza.
The big Zaza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the reasons why I bring it up is we've been covering Zaza here on the program. Our favorite one is Zaza-R-Us.
Yeah.
Which is on the Lower East Side.
No, it's in Williamsburg.
It's in Williamsburg.
It's in Williamsburg, yeah.
Okay, then there's another one on the Lower East Side that's another Zaza store right over the Williamsburg Bridge. But yeah, Zaza's become like the brand for weed because
Yeah.
I guess I don't know why totally, but it does feel like it's, to your point, it's like something that ties them all together in a way. Zaza-R-Us is particularly funny. Toys R Us got wind of this, and this week they've sued the cannabis shop.
Yeah.
And for brand dilution. How do we feel about this?
I mean, hey, look, my feeling before you said brand dilution was like, yeah, it makes sense. But then I was like, bankrupt company,
Yeah.
do they even exist anymore? Could you dilute them any further?
My brother in Christ, you diluted yourself.
Is it-
Yeah.
I saw the sign of it. Like I saw Zaza-R-Us and the flipped R and everything. And I was like, listen, Toys R Us isn't wrong.
Yeah.
But brand dilution?
Mm-hmm.
Trademark infringement, maybe.
A company called True Kids now owns the trademark. So I guess when they went bankrupt,
It's a dark
someone
name
bought-
too, by the way.
True Kids.
Jesus.
Yeah. And so
Hillsong affiliation?
they issued a lawsuit and have a quote. In an effort to confuse the average customer, defendants are imitating the famous and distinct Toys R Us bubble typeface, which each letter appearing in a different color and with a reverse R letter on its signage for at least one of its infringing stores, the lawsuit states. They sent the cease and desist,
Desist.
assist,
You got this.
Ceased
You're
and
great.
desist, demanding it stops using the Toys R Us mark. They claim that the Zaza-R-Us is tarnishing the kid-friendly image of Toys R Us with its smoking and drug-related products.
Let him cook.
Let them just be true kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not those fake kids.
Yeah.
Got to be true kids.
Do you think they're going to take it down? I think this is an interesting. That's what I want to see. How long?
I think
are
they're
they
probably psyched that this actually made national media.
Absolutely.
I'm sure they did this literally with like, hopefully Toys R Us makes a big stink about this. Like, makes total. I think that Toys R Us has completely played their game. They played into their hand.
Gonna... I do think it's funny how cannabis culture so liberally uses other people's trademarks and IP. Like if you walk into any of these stores, they're using Snickers, they're using fucking Simpsons.
Oh.
Their IP is a lawless land.
I
Do
love
you
a
think
Bart
that there's
Simpson flip.
any mentality though of like weed culture being parody? Like, do you think that there's any mentality of these people being like, clearly it's parody? So
Yeah.
I feel like parody law, I'm not a lawyer by any means, but I feel like I've heard that parody law allows you to get away with a good amount.
yeah. In this case though, like if you're selling a weed candy bar and it's called like
Yeah.
Dickers, like it's you're gonna be in trouble.
I guess
Or maybe
so,
not.
but
Yeah.
maybe not. They seem to just kind of do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
Generally.
I respect it.
Yeah, me too. I kind of think it's crazy. I do understand if I'm Toys R Us and I see a weed store that says Zaza-R-Us, where maybe I do think they're using / diluting my trademark, and tarnishing the kid-friendly image of our brand. But I'll be interested to see this and see where it goes. But
I think Toys R Us are going to trace the cord back to the wall, and they're not going to like what they find. They're going to retreat.
It's connected to an electric chair? Oh my God.
Yeah. It's plugged into a fan that's just like in a corner.
Oh, it's going to be Big Zaza.
Yeah, big Zaza.
You don't
Zaza,
fuck
man.
with Big Zaza.
By the way, I would not
No.
mess with Big Zaza.
I want to be in bed with Big Zaza.
Yeah.
Big Zaza, I don't want to be in bed with you though.
I wish they did.
That's a visual that I'm gonna struggle to get out of my head. I think too many Zaza stores, though. I think
I agree.
I think one on every half block seemed like enough, but it seems that we need to have 3 on every block.
But like I had this conversation with a friend recently.
Okay.
We were passing by a Zaza store, and this lovely looking couple walked out of the Zaza store with like their little Pomeranian dog.
Mhm.
And I was like, well, shit, Zaza got the hold. Like, I was shocked. I was like, oh shit, like it's mass.
It's here.
It's here.
I know. Listen, that part I think is good. Like the fact that people are smoking on the streets. And like, I am in favor of it. I'm not saying it's bad. I just don't know how many of these stores do we need.
The best one is the Main Event in the East Village.
Okay.
And it's not a Zaza store in the typical sense. It's an art gallery that also sells weed.
Oh,
And the
nice.
idea is like if you buy a postcard, the postcard is $60 and you get a nug with it. Like so you're not actually buying the weed, you're buying something
postcard.
and it happens to come with it.
Yeah, it's a little gift.
Yeah, but it's like great vintage, and the guy who runs it is this character Jay Bolger, who used to be a male model and professional boxer, and he's like an all-around man about town on the East Village. He's like one of the mayors of the East Village.
Okay.
He's a good dude.
How long has he been selling these postcards for?
I think like probably over a year now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I wonder how
Since it's been
much-
legal.
Since like,
Ish.
and no
Yeah.
no earlier. I wonder how much of the weed is real. That's always my kind of question.
Well, all of Jay's weed is real. Go to the Main Event, kids. If you want that good sticky icky, you go to the Main Event. The Zaza,
I will be
wouldn't
there.
trust that shit.
That's what I'm
at
saying.
all.
I think
No.
it's I don't know. There's something about it I question it.
It feels like Washington Square Park. Like it's oregano.
I had somebody's vape recently, and I was like, "Oh, where'd you get this?" And they're like, "Oh, at the Zaza store." And I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna die."
Was it salvia? Did you just start twitching on the ground?
No. I mean, I got high, and thankfully nothing else happened. But I was a little concerned for a second.
Yeah, understandably
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust them. I only trust the random people that come to my apartment with the big backpacks.
Yeah,
you
me
know?
too.
Those people, those are trustworthy
They're
individuals.
nice, man.
Yeah.
They just want to hang out.
Yeah.
They give you samples.
Yeah. They got
Zaza
good
don't give you samples. by
punch
the way.
cards.
Yep.
They don't do that
Yeah.
at the Zaza stores.
No,
And I don't like their attitude.
I
I'm
get
gonna say
that.
that too. Like,
get that.
I just think it's not a fun and friendly place.
it's not welcoming. It's not Toys R
welcoming.
Us.
No, it's
No.
not Toys R Us,
No.
and that's why they need to stop using the trademark.
Called me old fashioned, but I still bike to my guy's house. And then-
Whoa!
and then-
Wow.
And then
You
we
go to him?
You go
yeah,
to
I go
him.
to him, and we we hang out for a little bit. Sometimes we'll smoke a blunt, and he'll tell me a crazy fucking story. And,
Wow.
You're a proper gentleman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm out and about. I'm on these streets.
I love that.
I love
Wow.
moving.
You
Wow.
go to him.
Yeah.
I go to
Honestly,
him.
I've never heard that.
I've only seen that in movies. Like
Yeah.
Seth Rogen goes
Yeah.
to his weed.
The most I will
shop.
go to him was when I was like 15 and like the Toyota Camry pulled up on the corner.
Yeah.
And I'd have to get in. They'd be like,
Same.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, I might die, but
Yeah.
it's worth it.
yeah.
I need these drugs.
Yeah.
Well, we have
His
a
name was
rapport.
always Nickel. Yeah.
He's told me some fucking insane stories that I cannot share. On this
You
podcast.
go to him.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
This is fucking insane.
That's a
Noah.
business
No.
model.
Yeah.
That's a business model.
Wow. This says everything about Kevin, though.
Yeah.
Stand-up individual, good guy. He'll go to you.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing it's like it's got to be an Apple store. It's like a lighthouse brand. You have to go to this weed dealer.
No, it's a pretty dingy
I
apartment.
was going to say, you go to some. I picture him going to someone's house, sitting on his couch.
I do too, but I'm also
And
just like
being like-
Veblum good, maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Let's watch a movie, Kevin.
Oh my
I mean, we
God.
watch YouTube.
So you are
Yeah.
you Seth Rogen in
Yeah,
Pineapple
exactly.
Express,
That's exactly
or
what I
you-
picture.
Yes.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Does he hook you up, or you guys like?
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, right before the pandemic, he owed me like $10 and change, and he's like, "Just
By
take
the way,
this. Take
you
this
lent
1,000."
him money.
No,
This is crazy.
No, we had a transaction, and he was like, "I don't have the change, but you want this 1,000 milligram brownie?" I was like, "Yeah, sure."
1,000 milligram brownie.
Yeah, it was crazy.
What happened?
So basically, I would cut a sliver off at night when I was trying to unwind, and half the time I'd have a really good time, and then half the time I would
Coin toss.
have a mental breakdown and
Yeah.
think everyone hated me.
Understood.
But,
Oh,
I still finished brownie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mind's blown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Noah and I are now the co-hosts of a podcast where we just interview Kevin.
Honestly, I need to know so much more about like the day to day of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you eat cereal with water?
no, I don't eat cereal.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right. That's a fine answer.
Yeah.
Wait. What do you?
What do you eat for breakfast?
I don't usually eat breakfast.
Yeah, but it's your go.
I mean, if I go to, it's like eggs, toast.
All right.
Mm.
I fucking love eggs.
Yeah.
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 You go to him.
Yeah, I go to him.
You go to him.
Yeah, I go to him.
Does he go to other people, or does everyone come to him?
I don't know. I don't ask him about his other
Is
business.
anyone else at his house?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Does he have a family or a wife, kids,
Dog.
No, he's around
Girlfriend?
my age.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah.
We don't talk about
How
that
far
stuff.
is he from your house?
He's not that far. It's probably like a 25-minute bike ride.
That 25-minute bike ride?
I love
He's
riding
not
my bike.
that far?
That is
not
so
that
far.
That's
It's probably like
going to be
3-4
half
miles.
of this podcast.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah.
Yeah, then I'll listen to half my podcast on the
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
and then
yeah.
the other half on the way back.
I
This is
literally
yeah.
it's one of those things where I'm worried the door is locked and
Yeah.
like I'm not going to get out now. Like I'm scared.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hungry at night. I don't even know if I want to go to the bodega directly under my apartment.
Same thing.
I'll order Go Puff.
I'll Go Puff my Q bars.
Or exactly. Or seamless one thing of ice cream.
I
You're-
guess,
you're
I,
a
guess I like
mensch.
rolling the dice.
You're a mensch.
You are a mensch,
Yeah.
and that is true. Kevin, your favorite brand, Liquid Death, is back. Kevin, your favorite brand that's not Ruby is back.
Correct.
And it's Liquid Death, and they have a new commercial, Recycled Plastic Surgery Center. It is a YouTube video. Did you watch it, Noah?
I honestly didn't. I know Whitney
Yeah.
Cummings is in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you can picture this. It's an infomercial. Whitney Cummings is a spokesperson for a plastic surgery center. They do all the surgery with plastic bottles,
Yeah.
and you see the plastic through the skin.
Got it.
Yeah.
Understood. Got it.
Reads like an SNL ad, and it's perfectly weird. It's a little bit like off and kind of like scary, I guess is maybe the right way to describe it. How would you describe it? Not scary is probably
That's a little dystopian.
yeah. It's creepy
Yeah.
and a little weird and very Liquid Death.
And then they hit you with the hard facts at the end.
Yes, and then they hit him with 1.5 million pounds of plastic. 95% of it will not be recycled.
Yeah.
So
That's like per minute or something, right?
every minute, yeah. 1.5 million pounds
Mind
of
blowing.
plastic. Oof.
Wonderful.
What do you think of Liquid Death as a brand?
I wouldn't bet against them.
Yeah.
Every time I've said that like they've hit their ceiling,
Yeah.
and like, you know, their P&L must be a mess, like then they're like, I heard what you said. Here's our P&L, bitch. And I'm like, oh my God, you're making so much money.
Yeah.
And like there was data released this week about how they're crushing it in sparkling now. I mean, like their new flavors are killing it. Their water's killing it. I wouldn't bet against them.
They continue to find ways to reinvent or just make great content. I think that's what I think of them, honestly. Like obviously they're a great water company and they have great product. They have a great package, but they are tremendous at making content.
Yeah.
Their socials are phenomenal. They're just pumping content out there, doing weird collaborations. And I think on this podcast, like we talk about like what brands do each week. So we need things that brands are doing.
Yeah, we need things to talk about.
Daddy needs his content.
And Daddy needs content.
Yeah.
And Liquid Death, like they're pumping out like something once a month, I would say.
Yeah, a banger too.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
They hit high numbers.
Yeah, I think what sets them apart, and what also I would categorize you in this same category is like
As you should. Yeah.
you guys are both like I don't know, being true to yourselves and having fun. Letting it rip.
You're look on the Liquid Death side, like they have brand code, like there is a brand vision there.
Mhm.
Like again, the Travis Barker enema, like the plastic
Surgery
surgery,
center.
literally, like
Yeah.
it all lines up. Like
Yeah,
people might not like it, but like it's true to the brand vision, and you got to give them that. Like they're not straying from their tone of voice or their DLS. Like it's pretty
What's
impressive.
DLS?
Design language system. Damn, you guys did. Whoa! I gotta
Me.
go.
Me.
I gotta go to my drug dealers, guys.
That's on me.
DLS. We use VIS, Visual Identity System.
Sick.
So
Viz, baby.
yeah, DLS. I don't know. That's some corner store Zaza sort of design acronym.
Listen, man. DLS.
You got a
But,
favorite acronym?
Yeah, yeah. What's your favorite acronym?
Oh man. I mean, right now it's DLS.
DLS.
Yeah.
No, I think you're right. Like they know their brand and they're very good at expressing it. Like
Yeah.
I think that's the truth. And I think obviously we have some insider, vantage points, so I won't talk about it too much, but like they have such a good grasp on what feels right for them.
Yeah.
And what doesn't.
Yeah.
And I think they just like and they've created a pretty big sandbox for themselves.
Yeah.
And that's what's fun about it.
That
It's like,
sandbox
yeah,
has hundreds of millions. It's a
Yeah.
very big
expensive.
sandbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's making a lot of money.
Oh yeah. No, I'm saying in
Yes.
revenue. I'm not talking about how much they're burning.
No,
Yeah,
I don't. There has been a little bit of stuff about. I don't read as much about the sort of the business side of them. I just love the content, and what they're putting out is compelling.
It's
And-
awesome.
And it just
They take
makes-
swings.
Yeah, they take big swings, and this feels SNL ish
Yeah.
adjacent, which that plays for them. They're a comedy brand. I think they They like to be funny. They like to be a little weird, and they like to make people look twice.
Yeah.
And they do that better than anyone else.
I agree.
Except for Ruby.
That too.
Moving on. Taco Bell. So we talked about this story last week on the show.
Yeah, did you listen?
I don't know if you're aware of this. You listen every week, right?
Every
Alan?
week.
So
Right after Sound Radio.
you know that Taco Bell has been trying to liberate the phrase Taco Tuesday from a competitive taco place called Taco John's. Which
I know Taco John's.
I did not know Taco John's, but
How do you know Taco?
how do you know
John's?
them?
Well,
Yeah.
it's a cool chain, man. They've been
Okay.
around forever.
Yeah.
Taco John's.
Taco John's, 400 locations.
Yeah.
So not a small spot, but not as big as Taco Bell.
No.
But they created Taco Tuesday.
Yeah.
And Taco Bell is trying to bully them into giving up their trademark.
Taco Bell with help from LeBron James.
Yeah. I saw the visual
and
on that.
so last week I kind of came in defense of Taco John. I was
Yeah.
like, this is bullshit. Like
Yeah.
Taco Bell, like you got your shit. Like you got fucking huge commercials with Pete Davidson, Liv Moss, you got the fucking cantinas, whatever the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
Like you don't need
Let Taco John's
Tuesday.
have this.
Let Taco John's have Taco
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Let
They-
Taco John's cook.
yeah, let
Yeah.
them cook. They invented this shit, and don't try to fucking steal it from them.
Yeah.
Because you didn't come up with it. It's
Yeah.
not yours. Try to come up with some other shit. And so they came out with this like petition that they're creating
Yeah.
to try to get people to like side with them to sort of allow Taco Bell to use this trademark that this other restaurant did. And I think it's bullshit. And then this week they got LeBron to come and sort of be a spokesperson for Taco Bell because LeBron's been talking about Taco Tuesday for a long time. It's something that he talks about on his personal Instagram he loves Taco Tuesday. He used to do
I
it.
love LeBron. Of course he loves taco. God, he
He
just
is-
gets better.
He is the best. He really
Like a
is the best.
fine wine.
He did get a little bit in trouble because he would say Taco Tuesday in a sort of problematic
Understood.
tone
Yeah.
on Instagram, and I think people are like, "Hey, LeBron, maybe cool it with the yas at the end of the Taco Tuesday that he was saying," which rightfully so.
Fair.
Just do not do that.
No comment.
No
I
comment.
refuse to comment on LeBron James.
Yes, and so yeah, I wonder if Taco John sent LeBron James a cease and desist. I wonder if he was, not allowed to sort of to use that as well. But on May 22nd, this week, they announced that LeBron and longtime Taco Tuesday proponent was joining the fight to release the phrase from its legal bind. Here's the thing. You don't fight to release a phrase. It's their fucking trademark.
Yeah.
So how are you fighting to release it? It's not like it's captured.
Is that like
Yeah.
is that like Adidas being like, hey,
Yeah.
just do it?
It's exactly like Adidas
do
being
it.
like, we want to use Just Do It.
Yeah.
Let's liberate
let's
Just Do It.
liberate Just Do It. It's exactly the
Taco
same.
Bell should just buy Taco John.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
If they want it so bad, they should fucking buy it.
Yeah.
Buy the whole establishment, or pay for a licensing deal or something that instead of fucking fighting them in the public opinion under this fucking guise of liberation.
Poor Taco John, man.
Yeah. Fucking
How many
Taco John's.
locations are there of Taco Bell?
1,700.
Jeezy creep.
That seems low.
It does seem low, but
Is it
it's a lot.
17,000?
It's 4 times as many.
This was in the stats last week. I remember it being 1,700. I could be wrong. Are you looking it up now?
No, I'm texting my wife because she literally
was
just
like, "Where are
texted
you?"
me, "Bitch hungry."
Okay.
Well, we're wrapping up soon.
I got the number way wrong. I got the way.
Sorry, I'm just
Yeah.
downloading the 1,600 Taco Bell, Taco John, bitch hungry.
Yeah.
A lot
You
going
got a lot going on, yeah.
Yeah. A lot to process there.
Yeah.
I'll add some more. It's 55,000 restaurants of Taco Bell.
55,000 Taco Bells.
Yeah.
How
Yep.
did you get 1,600?
I
You got
didn't say
1,600.
Yeah. That was from last week's memory.
Oh.
Yeah.
So in the last week, they just to bully Taco John, they decided to open 54,000 restaurants.
Yeah. I believe it could be either bad memory or bad stats by Kevin.
Got it.
Bad
You know,
Zaza.
It's
Got it.
potentially one
Let
of
everyone
those
know you
two.
just pointed at Kevin.
Yeah. We're on YouTube, so they can all see
Yeah,
us.
Yeah. Is it a live stream?
Yeah, it's,
Nah,
it's live
Sick.
now.
That'd be so dope.
one
That would
last-
be cool, but I got to edit.
Yeah.
We should Twitch it.
All the things I said that could get me canceled. I have to
Sick.
cut all those things out. Okay. Last quote, Taco Tuesday is a tradition that everyone should be able to celebrate. All restaurants, all families, all business, everybody. That's from Lebron James in a press release. Taco Tuesdays create opportunities that bring people together in many ways. And it's a celebration that nobody should own.
Everyone knows you can't celebrate Taco Tuesday unless you can monetize it.
Yeah, that's where I'm like,
money's got to be coming in my pocket.
the thing that keeps coming to mind is that, like in the movie The Menu, when Ray Fiennes is like,
Great
we would
movie.
have tacos on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Taco Tuesday.
Yeah.
And like, you know,
Fuck
he's
movie.
allowed to say that, but he
Taco
didn't try
John's
to
lawsuit
monetize it
incoming.
off that. And like, yeah, I'm a little on Taco John's side here, man.
That's where I stand. I mean, it is literally just like you said, Adidas being like, we should all be able to just do it.
Yeah.
We should liberate it.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, that's their fucking phrase. That's their trademark.
Taco Bell should do Taco Thursday.
They should do Taco Thursday.
Yeah.
No, Thursday.
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 Yeah.
Oh,
Go on.
sorry.
Yeah,
Take
yeah.
it back.
It's fine.
Sorry. Yeah.
It's totally fine.
We're workshopping.
Yeah, we
this.
got it. It's going great.
It's going great.
It's just my DLS.
Yeah. Last story before you get out of here, you can go to dinner because
Cool. Because bitch
hungry.
Yeah.
And it is another brand that is sort of taking advantage, monetizing, and it is an iceberg that fell off of the coast of Canada, and it's got a nickname. It's called Dickie Berg, and that's because
Great name, by the way.
it looks like a giant penis.
Yeah.
And so a week ago, the world was blessed with this glorious sight of a giant dick-shaped iceberg.
Dick and balls.
And
Can't just have one without the other, right?
Yeah. And so a company by the name of
True Kids.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin, where's my facts here? I remember we were looking at this morning saying, who is the company that is monetizing
I dropped
it?
the balls on this one, I guess.
It's low hanging fruit.
I feel like such a dick.
Oh, God. It's Diva Toys.
Makes sense. By the way, it would be.
Yeah.
That's not surprising.
And so they decided to create a dildo that is in the shape of this iceberg that is proceeds are going to fight climate change.
Okay.
So this, I think, is a company taking something that maybe they don't have the right to, but using it for a good cause.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think if you're going to make a dildo that looks like an iceberg, that looks like a penis, go for it. Just
Hell
just help fight climate change.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
By the way, yeah.
Yeah, go search them on the Indiegogo because that was looking a little bleak when I found this story. I think only one person had purchased
I will say that, like, as a Jew,
Yeah.
Dickie Berg might be the best thing to happen to the Jews in a long time.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
As a fellow Jew,
Yeah.
I also thought this is very Jewish. Dickie
Berg.
Dickie
Sounds
Berg.
like such a nice kid.
Sounds like a cousin of mine.
Yeah,
you
sounds like a
know?
nice
Yeah.
boy.
It sounds like someone my dad would say, "You remember Dickie Berg?
You remember the old Dickie Berg down the street?
Yeah. You
Long
remember him?
Island, especially.
Yeah. Dickie Berg, you remember him? He played soccer.
He made it.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
made
yeah,
it, that Dickie Berg. Have you heard about Diva Toys, son? Huh?
Yeah. They've raised $82 out of a total of 69,772 goal.
Is that true?
That's
like,
their fixed goal.
No, but like right now they're not at $82. Now they're up to like 37.
Right now, as of right this minute of recording, they have one backer that has donated $82.
They had one yesterday.
That bums me out.
Yeah.
In my mind, Dickie Berg deserves a little better than that.
Yeah,
I agree. I wonder if the Indiegogo's fucked up. I don't know.
But this has made news. Like,
Yeah,
you guys
this was
are
on
aware
Ad
of
Age.
this.
This was on Ad Age yesterday.
I was going to
If
say,
this is
how
on
did we
Ad
find
Age, this doesn't
story?
make any sense that they only have one backer at this point.
Let me refresh the
I want you to refresh that page. Yeah.
Still just
Still one
backer for a $70,000 goal.
I think Dickie Berg could service more than one backer.
I mean, we got good mock-ups. We got a great name.
Yeah.
We have an environmental story. And we got press all around the globe. Yeah, we're looking at Global News, Mirror, The Guardian.
This doesn't
This
add up.
is not adding
This
up
doesn't
for
add
me.
up. Yeah.
But
Maybe there's a new page.
I don't know. The dildo's made with eco-friendly materials because we're not total dicks to the environment.
Yeah.
It's good for the planet and good for your most delicate bits.
Yeah.
Masterfully crafted down to the tip of the iceberg. It looks just like the world-famous Dickie Berg, only this one won't get flaccid and melt.
Wow.
Some good copywriting.
Oh, wait, this one won't get flaccid and melt is actually really sad.
Yeah. No, it's sad, but Listen, this is a beautiful story.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the dollars being donated right now is making us all a little sad.
I know,
So
yeah, hey, somebody
yeah.
buy it
It's a
and
little
send it to
flaccid.
us.
yes, it's a little flaccid. Get out there and support this movement.
How much time is left on it? Because again, this is coming out next week. Let's make sure the Indiegogo won't be
30 days are left.
30 days. Go buy your Dickie Berg, guys.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
out there and get a Dickie Berg.
Hell, get 2.
Yeah, get
Right?
one for a friend.
Yeah.
They've got
For
a
your drug
package
dealer.
deal. Yeah.
Yeah, go over to your drug dealer's house.
Yeah, I was just
and
I was
bring
thinking
them
of
a
you, man.
gift.
I was just thinking of you the other day, and
And they're like, "Oh, is that iceberg off the coast of Newfoundland?"
no, it's a nice Jewish boy I picked up. His name is Dickie.
Yeah. Little Dickie Berg. But this is a weird story. But maybe this will be in the Rubyverse
It
newsletter.
won't, because
No.
we've talked about it now, which means that it's
Oh.
no longer special.
Wow, is
Yeah.
that those are the rules?
Those rules
Everything
are
is-
if I find it from a newsletter and I see it in another newsletter, I will not put it in the dispatch.
Dog, this is a podcast.
Wow, my
I know it's a podcast. That's wait, what? What?
What am I doing
What
here?
are we doing right
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the rules.
Wow,
Those are the
those
rules.
are some tough self-imposed
Oh, it does make it
rules.
easy, man.
Yeah,
I
what are you
respect your
doing?
rules. That's
No,
sick.
I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
sick.
I'm not trying to service people with some bullshit content.
Yeah,
We
no.
go deep.
Yeah,
like Dickie
no.
Berg.
If you've seen it before, then
Yeah.
it doesn't fly.
Doesn't fly.
Well, Noah, you've been a mensch and a
Oh.
wunsch,
Oh,
and we're thankful for you. We appreciate your time.
glad
Thanks
to
for
be
coming
here.
to the studio. Thanks for kicking it with Kevin and I. And expect a few hundred texts from me asking you about more recommendations in restaurants and things because I really appreciate it.
I'm here for it. Thank you for
Absolutely.
having me, guys.
Thanks for coming on. It's a
Get
pleasure.
out there. Try Ruby if you never had it. Available wherever Noah is shelving.
Look on their website. You
Yeah.
can find out where they are.
Ruby.fun.
Ruby.fun.
See
My
that?
domain name is kevinvittori.fun. So
Hey, there we go, man.
just 2 fun guys.
Let's be buds.
Yeah. Yeah, go to your drug dealer's house.
Well,
together.
I wished you a happy work anniversary today on LinkedIn.
Oh, thanks, man. And which work anniversary was it?
It said like visitor beer. I don't.
Oh, Visitor.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're the best. Shout out to Visitor Beer.
What is that?
It's a non-alc beer, and I'm an advisor for them, and they're really great guys.
Well, 1
They're-
year.
They have a
Wow.
great
1 year.
agency, too.
Congratulations.
Hey, yeah. Called DBA. They're based in Chicago.
Cut it off, Kevin. We don't want to hear about them. You know, we've talked enough about Alex Delaney and all these other
man.
great podcasts. But Noah, when's your podcast coming out?
I've thought about it.
Yeah.
But it's similar to the newsletter where I'm like, it can't just be me
Mm.
doing what you schnooks do.
Wow.
You know, it's gotta
Mhm.
be.
Yeah.
There's got to be a slant.
Yeah. No, you
What
need
if-
a slant. I mean, listen, we're the only podcast out here talking about iceberg dildos.
I know
and
it.
Zaza-R-Us.
Yeah,
and
Alex Delaney
fucking
ain't talking about
Taco
Dickie
Bell.
Berg.
Yeah.
Fucking lawsuits. We're the
You're the
number
one.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for coming.
Thank
Yeah.
you for having
Peace.
me.